already know this is Pawn, Drunk, Boxer, a.k.a. Mr. Moonshine himself, a.k.a. La Dobo, a.k.a. La Sazón, a.k.a. El Borracho. Ladies and gentlemen, first and foremost, God bless each and every one of y'all. And we got less than 2 weeks away to one of the most anticipating fight of the year, Deontay Wilder versus Tyson Fury. Deontay Wilder trying to get his get back. The trilogy. A lot of drama in between from the second fight to the third fight. But I'm past that, yo, ladies and gentlemen. I'm past that. Yeah, I'm listening to a lot of people analyzing this fight, and they say that an overwhelming number is saying that Tyson Fury is going to beat Deontay Wilder. Maybe fair. I mean, a lot of people saw the first fight, felt like Tyson Fury outboxed Deontay Wilder. And then we all saw the second fight, and actually, you know, he demolished Deontay Wilder, right? But then I asked the question, like, yo, would you be surprised if Deontay Wilder beats Tyson Fury? A lot of people says yes. They will be surprised if Deontay Wilder beats Tyson Fury. Then I ask, would you be surprised if Deontay Wilder knocks out Tyson Fury? And they'd be like, nah. It's a kind of contradiction there. So there's a lot of people out there that would be surprised if Deontay Wilder beats Tyson Fury because you feel like Tyson Fury got his number, but you wouldn't feel surprised if Deontay Wilder knocks out Tyson Fury. It's crazy to me. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, maybe people gonna think that I'm crazy with my prediction. You know, sometimes I pick it good, sometimes I don't pick it good. I don't pick it good. At the end of the day, everybody's the same way. Ain't nobody perfect when you're making a prediction. A prediction. Nobody gonna know what's gonna happen in a boxing fight. So my prediction is Deontay Wilder's gonna beat Tyson Fury 6th round KO. Ooh, punch. Oh, punch. What you talking about, man? We're going to take your boxing card away. Yeah, well, why? I mean, is it a surprise that Deontay Wilder knocks out Tyson Fury? You know that Deontay Wilder got that equalizer. You know that Deontay Wilder got the power and got the freak of nature power to knock out Tyson Fury. I mean, just like we saw Tyson Fury do his thing and demolish Deontay Wilder in the second fight. But we also saw in the first fight that he's capable of getting knocked down and getting knocked out bad. You know what I'm saying? See, look, forget about the count. Forget about the first fight and the count. There's a lot of referees that wouldn't even start the count. Put it that way. The way that Tyson Fury landed in the first fight, there's a lot of referees out there, and I've seen a lot of fights that they wouldn't even start counting. You fall flat on your back with the type of punch of a Deontay Wilder. You fall flat on your back with your eyes closed for 4 seconds. There's a lot of referees that'll just stick their hand in, take the mouthpiece off so they can make sure that they're breathing. So forget about the count. There's referees out there that wouldn't even start counting. Now, that's for the people that are saying like, oh, arguing about the count time. He counted too slow or whatever. Anyway, we already know what happened in the second fight. But I've been saying even after the first fight that what should Deontay Wilder do? And I feel like if Deontay Wilder does what I think he's capable of doing, going back into the drawing board and working on the body shots, like I said, after the first fight, leading up to the second fight, I said my prediction was if Deontay Wilder goes out there and implements some body shots, he don't have to go head hunting. He has an equalizer. He has a strong right hand. And that strong right hand and that freakish right hand just don't hurt in the grill, but could also hurt in a solo plex. It could also barbecue the ribs of Tyson Fury. Ladies and gentlemen, Tyson Fury got great movement. Tyson Fury got superior, and supreme feints. Now, in the second fight, I saw Deontay Wilder falling for the feints too much. Right? And I said, damn, Deontay Wilder, why you falling for the feints, man? You gotta hold your ground. Even Otto Wallin did a good job in not falling for the feints, thus him going all the way to the 12th round. Right? If Deontay Wilder could neutralize the feints, a lot of stuff is going to open up for Deontay Wilder. Now, again, Deontay Wilder has the capability and have the athleticism to showcase his athleticism. I think that we've seen the best of Tyson Fury in terms of him trying to outbox Deontay Wilder the first fight. Now, it was a draw. He didn't win. I think that was his best in trying to outbox Deontay Wilder. In the second fight, It was more not really about technique, you know what I'm saying, clean effectiveness and stuff like that from Tyson Fury, because he got a point taken away, regardless if you feel like it is or not, but he got a point taken away. And you know what, I was doing film study for 2 days because I already saw the fight, right? But I wanted to slow it down and really go round by round and really go from technique, how Tyson Fury positioned himself, how he shoots his counter, how he sets the tone, and of course his feints sets the tone. So in the beginning, if Deontay Wilder could neutralize that, now it's gonna be better off for Deontay Wilder. I do think that he could do it. Second, Tyson Fury always keeps his left hand real low. And this is what I mean about, you could shoot the 1-2. We already know Deontay Wilder got the 1-2. But if he implements shooting the 1, boom, to the solar plex, that jab to the solar plex, and then come with a straight right to the grill, that could be better than just trying to hit the 1-2 to the grill. Shoot that to the body. His left hand is already low. You could come with an over right, or you could shoot that boom, boom. You could feint to the body, make Tyson Fury react. Deontay Wilder got to use his athleticism. He got to showcase his athleticism. Deontay Wilder was a collegiate baller. He is athletic. Now I know it's a difference between being athletic in a square circle and in the gridiron. It's kind of different. I understand. But I have seen Deontay Wilder shift. And get a precision. Deontay Wilder got to do a hell of a job, a way better job in defense and keeping his hands up. He can't be going on the straight line, putting his head back, going like this. You know what I'm saying? Every time that Tyson Fury throws a jab and he's trying to back up and he's trying to play the defense. He's trying to go backwards and his reflex. No. Stay covered up. Stay there. Be firm. Be strong and shoot your shots. Now, there was one shot I do believe that I think it was in the 6th round. In the corner, right before he got knocked out. Well, before they threw in the towel in the 7th round, right. I seen Deontay Wilder shoot an uppercut in the corner. And if you look at the uppercut in the corner, Tyson Fury, he shoot the uppercut. I don't know if it was the 5th or 6th. He shoot the uppercut. He landed. And then Tyson Fury actually didn't. He stopped right there. He backed off. Now, in terms of inside game, I think both of them is average on inside game. I don't think they have a great inside game. I think that Tyson Fury overpowered his because he's a bigger guy. Another thing in the second fight that I never really talked about, I never wanted to use it like it's some type of excuses, but I gotta be real. I was doing film study. This is just coming off from film study. Tyson Fury in the second fight, again, the feint set the tone, but the first knockdown, in my opinion, and I've tried to watch this slow motion. How did it land it? For me, it was in the back of the head. Now, ladies and gentlemen, y'all already know that the Bertardo Colon is paralyzed for getting hit behind the head. I counted. I ain't gonna say not counting, right? But there was more than 4 to 5 shots that was landing behind the head of Deontay Wilder. Now, there's gonna be people out there going, punch. Do it yourself. Do film study. And you let me know. I'm going to do a live show later on tonight. 8 p.m. Eastern time. There was like 4 shots that hit Deontay Wilder behind the head. Now, I know a lot of people be like, well, Deontay Wilder in his past fight, he be doing the same thing. He be Wilder. He be hitting people. He hits Stavern behind the head. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the second fight. Watch the second fight and let me know how many times you saw Tyson Fury, and I'm not saying that he did it intentionally, because even the referee throughout the fight said, hey, Deontay Wilder, keep your head up. Because, off the clinch, Deontay Wilder has this way of starting his fight looking down, and the referee was like, put your head up. So I'm not gonna say that it was intentional. It was intentional, but he did hit him behind the head quite a few times. That if you see, not what's her name? That she's for Top Rank. She does a hell of a job in doing the color commentating. She even said there's another shot that landed again behind the head. I think she said that in the 5th or in the 6th round that nobody really, the other analyst was talking about in the other telecast. But I was doing film study last night, and I was seeing that he was landing a couple shots behind the head. And once you land shots behind the head, it could be one, it could be two. You might not feel the same throughout the fight. It takes rounds, probably 2 rounds, 4 rounds to get your faculties back in order. And I'm being real. I'm being real. So I think it will be a different fight. It will be a different fight. And look, Deontay Wilder really, he was surviving. I mean, he wasn't even landing a lot. No, he wasn't even landing punches. He was really out on his feet, and he still managed to take this fight halfway through. And remember, at the end of the day, they threw in the towel. He didn't quit. So one thing about Deontay Wilder, one thing about these heavyweights like Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury, there's no quit in them. There's no quit in them. So I do feel that Deontay Wilder could implement the body shots. Throw combinations. Do not throw one punch at a time. I know it's the heavyweight division. The punch output is way low. But Deontay Wilder, who is lighter on his feet, and is light, well, not lighter on his feet, but it's a lighter heavyweight than Tyson Fury. You have to be Deontay Wilder. Don't bulk up. Do not bulk up. Don't try to get muscles. Be who you are. You have made it this far. You have made it this far being you, being 220, 217. It doesn't matter. You got a freakish power. Your power is blessed. You do not need to bulk up. You need to be the best you can be. And I feel like Deontay Wilder be the best that he can be. Throw some combinations. Go to the body. Start from the body and slow his movement. Slow the feints. Don't flinch on the feints. Capitalize off the feint. Everything he throws, if he throws one, you throw two. If Tyson Fury throws two, you throw three. If he throws three, you throw four. You have to have more output than Tyson Fury. If he feints, if he doesn't face, you have to make him pay because he has his left hand down. Go to the body, come up with a right hand, over right hand. The left hook is there, but you have to use your weight and the torque to shoot that left hook. I do believe that Deontay Wilder got all the tools to beat a Tyson Fury. I do think that Tyson Fury got the tools to beat a Deontay Wilder, but he has the equalizer, and I'm going with Deontay Wilder that at this point, he needs to do what other great fighters have done. And maybe this loss, the loss in the second fight, could prepare them for this victory. I said this once before. You get the status of greatness, even though, like I'm gonna say it like this, if Deontay Wilder would have beat Tyson Fury the first time, he still was not gonna get any credit. Y'all was still gonna say if Deontay Wilder would have beat Tyson Fury and knock him out, y'all would have said that he was just knocking out a dude on drugs, on coke, on crackhead, suicidal, whatever. Y'all was never gonna give credit to Deontay Wilder. Let's be real and let's be honest. A lot of people was trying to say that Deontay Wilder was cherry picking Tyson Fury, even though the Tyson Fury already had 2 fights prior to Deontay Wilder after his Klitschko fight. You know what I'm saying? I don't like that narrative. He had 3 training camps to prepare for Deontay Wilder. No excuse. But they give you the greatness status when you match your expectations or exceed your expectations. When you prove people wrong. This is when people in the sport of boxing, when fans give this the status of greatness. Look at Manny Pacquiao, who just retired. You know what I'm saying? He proved a lot of people wrong, moving up in weight. Deontay Wilder, this is the first time that Deontay Wilder is gonna be the underdog of this of his fight with Tyson Fury. A lot of people feel like he's going to lose. He got nothing to lose anymore. He got nothing to lose but to surprise the world, to exceed the expectation, and that's when greatness are built. Another thing about Deontay Wilder is Deontay Wilder been fighting for everybody else, in my opinion, except for himself. Let's not forget that Deontay Wilder came into the professional level because of his daughter. Shout out to his daughter, his beautiful daughter, and I hope she's doing well. Y'all already know how I feel about fatherhood. Fatherhood is prominent in the sport of boxing. Shout out to all the fathers. Let's not forget that he gave Luis Ortiz a chance. He fought him. Where people would be like, oh, why you fighting Luis Ortiz? But he didn't do it for himself. He did it for the daughter of Luis Ortiz. This is why I like Deontay Wilder. Again, I understand about how he took his loss, but we over that. I'm over that. Now, of course, at the end of the day, I would love Deontay Wilder, 2 brothers, him and Mark Breeden, to get together and probably chop it up. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? That's just me. That's what I want to see. I want to see these 2 brothers get together, publicly or behind the scenes, hash it out, because I do think that Mark Breland has helped Deontay Wilder along the way. And whatever happened, that's in-house. Things were said publicly. What I would rather see is these two brothers come together and publicly make amends. If there got to be apologies, if Deontay Wilder got to apologize to Mark Breland, that will be a solid. Of course, that's the only thing for me, in my opinion, that really got me like, damn, that was effed up. But just want to talk about this fight. I hope it does. I hope those brothers come together, and I hope anybody that knows the Mark Breland camp or the Deontay Wilder camp, just to bring these two guys together. Just bring these two guys together, because they're connected in the journey of Deontay Wilder, right? I don't like this picking side stuff. Pick the side of bringing these guys together. Put it that way. If you're a Deontay Wilder fan or Mark Breland, and I know everybody is, man, it's one life to live, and I know for sure Mark Breland has he's been through the success of Deontay Wilder. You know what I'm saying? So let's bring these guys together. Now, Deontay Wilder, this is his first time that it's just about him. Are you great? Deontay Wilder didn't come to the sport of boxing to be great. He came to save and to take care of his daughter. But now, it's about Deontay Wilder. It's about not fighting for everybody else. And I understand you got to fight for, you fought for family, friends. You already got it. Now, this is for you. This is for Deontay Wilder. Not for the daughter, not for the kids, not for the wife, not for the community, but now you. And I think that right for this is the situation that Deontay Wilder is now in, that now is about me. Now I got to prove it to myself that I'm great. God already gave you a blessing, my brother. God already gave you the blessing of having that equalizer. God has given you the blessing to take care of your family, take care of your friends. God has given you the blessing. Now it's time for Deontay Wilder to prove to Deontay Wilder that he is king, that he is the bronze bomber, that he is the best heavyweight of the world. And I think, because I'm patriotic, ladies and gentlemen, I'm an American, that Deontay Wilder is going to go out there October 9th and knock out Tyson Fury in the 6th round or less. Because I do feel that this man is special, and I think it's destined. I'm not saying I feel Tyson Fury, good, skillful fighter. It's going to be a great fight. But I think this time, Deontay Wilder got something to prove. Got something to prove to himself. And I think he's going to do it. Now, some of y'all may be like, oh, that's just feeling. You rooting for somebody, but it's not really the technical side of things. I think Deontay Wilder, who people say, in conclusion, people say Deontay Wilder, he can't learn, old dogs can't learn new tricks. When it comes to freak of nature, like a Deontay Wilder, age ain't nothing. Deontay Wilder has proven to me and proven to you, whether you like it or not, that he could walk into a gym at the age of 21 with limited skills, go into the Olympics and bring us the bronze medal. Let's not forget what Deontay Wilder did. He represented America. He went out there to the Olympics and brought the bronze medal. Now, I don't want to hear anybody telling me that, oh, Deontay Wilder got limited skills, or oh, he doesn't got any skills, or he doesn't got that. He went to the Olympics, brought us a bronze medal with his limited skills. He have reached the level that he's in today. 40 wins, 40 knockout, all that stuff. Y'all already know. 10 defenses. I don't want to hear about, oh, but look at his resume. Because at the end of the day, the man walked in the gym at the age of 21. In reality, he's not supposed to be here. In reality, he's not supposed to be in this position, but that's what makes him special. So I can't critique him and analyze him just like a regular fighter. He's a special fighter. And another thing, if Deontay Wilder was not special, and if you think that Tyson Fury is the best technical heavyweight in the world or one of the best of the era, then why the hell are we watching a trilogy? If Deontay Wilder can't hold his candle in terms of skill set, why is Deontay Wilder having a trilogy with Tyson Fury? Because I ain't never seen trilogy with guys that don't have skills or a bum. Come on, Tyson Fury is supposed to have all these skills, and Deontay Wilder has limited skills. But we're about to witness a trilogy. That means that Deontay Wilder ain't no easy picking. Deontay Wilder is not an easy opponent. Deontay Wilder is a special opponent. And he proved to me that he could go back into the drawing board and learn real quick. He proved to me that he could beat a bunch of dudes with the basics. 1-on boxing, 1-on-1, 1 and 2. Everybody in their mama know what's going to come, and he did it. Even Stevie Wonder, Ray Charles know that Deontay Wilder was going to hit you with a right hand, and nobody else can stop him. In the first fight, he knocked out Tyson Fury. He couldn't stop it. So, I do believe that a lot of fighters need to reinvent themselves. Miguel Cotto did it. Manny Pacquiao did it. A lot of fighters have gotten better. Mayweather needed to adjust. Remember, he had brittle hands. He needed to adjust to become a defensive whiz because, of course, his hands was failing, but he needed to adjust. I believe that Deontay Wilder has the mind to adjust real fast because he has proven to you and I that he could walk into a gym and pick it up like this when he wants to. That's my pick. That's my prediction. Deontay Wilder, 6-round KO. Let me know what y'all feel. Let's chop it up later on tonight, 8:30 or 8 p.m. Eastern time. Love y'all. Y'all already know the slogan. God first, everything second. Fight plus survive equals true champions. I love y'all. God bless. And on to the next.